Say hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining our live today. We have something really special. Love is in the air, and we're making a bridal bouquet. We have a few things going on this week, and there are a few weddings, and this one particular wedding I thought might be interesting for you to watch as I make the bridal bouquet. It's been nice because, oh, from Mexico City. Hi, hola. It's been nice because all these weddings that has been happening. Hi, Judy. Hi, Reva, Maven, Baby Calum. Thank you for joining. They have been through the week. Hi, Jennifer Mursky. And not just on the weekends. So it's been pretty nice, with the COVID weddings that are happening, the socially distanced, very small gatherings. So today we're making a mainly white bouquet with a lot of really fun material. So Cosmo, can you reveal the flower? Say bye to everybody. Ooh. Say bye-bye. Okay. So materials that we're using today are gorgeous phalaenopsis and white anthurium, which I will plug in later. Gorgeous ranunculus. We have lisianthus of two different varieties. This is the piccolo kind, and I forget the name of this one, but white lisianthus. So look at how many blooms there are here, and this only yielded from 2 stems. We also have 2 different varieties of roses here, 2 whites. Aw, thank you, Jennifer. You can watch the whole thing later. Okay, so I have playa blanca, and then there's Tibet. So I'm not sure if you can actually see the difference, but playa blanca has many more petals, and it has a more of a gardeny texture. And the Tibet's is a pure white also, which I also love using all the time. And then we have white. This is a white, but it's like such a gorgeous creamy with like a pinky undertone. White spray majolika. Some people call it majolika. I say majolika. I don't know. And then this is pink astilbe. And then I have some little fun accents here just to give it a little more texture and a little more romantic feel, which is spray painted asparagus fern in a champagne tone. Hi, lovely and bubbly. Hi, Dee Ma. Okay, so I'm gonna start the bouquet. I'm gonna put these in water. So I prepped everything, cleaned all the leaves, and I'm gonna start with the heart stems. So you know how I usually do the spiral? So I'm gonna maintain that, but I'm gonna kind of break that rule a little bit when I first start with this. So I'm gonna start with my base, which is, this is a pistachio greenery, which is so lovely. So I'm gonna cut my hand like this, as if my hand is a cup, and then crisscross it as if it's a vase, and I put it in like that. So that's how I'm gonna first start. And then I'll start with the roses. So I'm gonna put a base with a beautifully open rose here. And also I forgot to mention, I prepped these roses by opening them up. So I did this to almost all of them. So it helped to open up a little bit. Some people like to reflex, this thing that's so trendy and people do that. I like to kind of, I don't know, every now and then I like doing that, but I'll just let them open naturally by themselves. Because I'll open like this anyway, look at that. Well, this one's broken. So. Okay, so getting back to my base structure here. So I'm gonna put the first stem, I'm gonna put a second stem of a beautiful, here, this one is so nice, because I'm gonna make it stick up. So as if I put it into a vase. I'm gonna hold it pretty loosely, but still, you know, firm. Firm but loose. And then I'm gonna start applying these roses in a more free form kind of way. I'm gonna use, spin it. Keep some of the stems long. And then put this one in here. So it doesn't look like much right now, but as I start building, it'll start to look more and more interesting. So if this were to go into a vase, they would all crisscross like this. So I'm kind of keeping it with my hand at first. Use the ranunculus. Okay, and I'm gonna start using some of these. Now I'm gonna use this guy last, the phalaenopsis. The phalaenopsis actually, we have a lot of white phalaenopsis plants in the studio because we sell them fairly regularly. So sometimes I have stems that are too open to, send to a client because it won't last. So in that case, we use it in arrangements. So I have my base structure going. Okay. So I'm just going to keep putting stems into a free form kind of way. Spin. Maybe I'll use the next ranunculus right here. Look at how tall that got. All of the petals opening up. But ranunculus is surprisingly, it looks like such a delicate flower, but it is very hardy. Sometimes when it starts being very weak, we wire through the top, and then we can kind of tape it so that the head stays up. But no need to do that because these are very strong and nice. Okay. I'm gonna use my other spray rose. I'm like sticking it in here like this. Some of the flowers get lost in the mix, but just pull it out if that happens. But I don't want to pull out too much because this is a free-form kind of arrangement. There's a little stem that was broken off, so I took it out. So I'm going to keep going with the roses. Okay, so I'm going to now go on to my lisianthus. So this came from maybe like 4 stems. Yes, please do, Greta Couture. I would love for you to come. Okay, so some of them are short and some of them are tall, which is fine because the short ones I'll keep down here. So we create more dimension. And then the tall ones I can bring up. So I'm still sort of maintaining that spiral effect while still having this free form. So the subject of marriage is very much in my family with Reba and Maeve because they recently had a conversation between the two of them where Maeve wanted to marry Reeve. But then Reeve was like, I need to marry Emma. But then Estella wants to marry me, and now you want to marry me. So then Pete and I were just listening to the conversation, and then Maeve was very distraught because she really wanted to marry Reeve. And later on, I was like, well, what about baby Caleb? Who's baby Caleb going to marry? And then she said Cosmo. So we're going to keep going here. So as you see, it's getting bigger and more freeform as the flowers keep getting added. Okay. Here. The So same as the lisianthus, with the ranunculus, they look so delicate, but they're actually really hardy. And usually when I bring a, oh, hi, Mom. Aw, thanks for joining. Oh, thanks, Maven Reeve. Reeve, would you like this for Emma? He'll tell me later. He's probably shy and burying his head in Judy's chest. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. Okay, now, maybe I'll start adding the anthurium. These are such big flowers that I'm gonna be a little more strategic about it without it sticking out like a sore thumb. Maybe put it right there. And then, you know what? The next one I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna continue adding my roses. Put one down there. These lisianthus are so fluffy and gorgeous. And then, where should I put this? Maybe there's like a little hole right here. So if I can't get to it, sometimes I stick it in when you see a hole. And then when you take it out, just take it out and then put it into the spiral. Put it into its place. And then any leaves and foliage you could just take out. Okay. I can't see that far, but I think it's all right. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. So I actually recipe everything out before we make. Sometimes when I'm doing designer's choice, I do like a free form, but I'm pretty much keeping to my recipe right now. And then if things need tweaking afterwards, there's always that flexibility. So I also don't like it when things get lost, so I pull it out when they do. Okay. This last rose, let's see right here. Here. Yeah? Do you agree? And then I have one more ranunculus. Maybe I'll keep it like up here. Next to their friends. Okay. Now I have this left. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a pink undertone. Maybe group it and cluster it in together like this. I've still maintained that spiral. I don't want to lose it. So let's see where this is going to come out. Here we go. Boop. Get back in your place. There you go. Okay. And then over here. Some of these piccolos kind of sunk down a little. So I'm gonna bring it up. Reeve, you want this for Emma? Oops. Let's not forget this nice head of Lizzie. Let's find a place for you here. Okay. I'm gonna do this last. Now I'm ready for the phalaenopsis. Where are we going to put our phalaenopsis? Let's see. I think, how about I drape it over like this? So see what I'm doing? I put it over the entire thing, and then I'm going to nestle the flower heads in between. And then the stem is sort of in the way, so I'm like making room for the stem. So all the heads move aside, it's all right. You're not getting squished. I'll save you. Okay. And then over here, so we have a little draping effect. And then over here, there are stems that are, the heads that are kind of lost. So let's see. Let's do a little bit of placement. The phalaenopsis too, it looks so delicate, but they are very strong and hardy. Okay. Pull it down a little bit. And then any of the roses now that are getting lost, I'm just gonna pull it up a little. Without losing any of that shape. Okay, so this ranunculus got lost a little, so I'm gonna take it out a little bit here. There you go. And then some of the spray rose is poking through, and then fixing this guy. All right. Success. Okay. So when later on, I'm gonna put the ribbon, and then where I pin will tell the bride how to hold it. Okay, so do I even need the other anthurium? Let's try this first. Clean up some of this asparagus fern. Sometimes they're so scary because they have little thorns that go up the stem. So you gotta go up and get the thorns off. All right, let's see now. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's put this one here. A little bit of that pink, moody undertone. Okay. And then, I don't know, I will try it, but I'm not sold. Let's see. This last anthurium. Maybe I will put it in here. Make it ultra luxurious. And you know what? Let's let it stick out like a sore thumb because he's special. Look, he's sticking up a little. Okay? I think it's good. Now, oh, this is like the only thing left. Here you go. Here you go, Piccolo. There you are. So spiral, skinny, right here. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna keep it long for now, and then if I need any adjustments, I'll make the adjustments, and then I'm gonna keep cutting it shorter and shorter and shorter. Because you don't want, the trend is to not show these stems too much. You want to cover it with the ribbon. And later on, I won't do the ribbon now because it's already, I don't know how many minutes it's been. Hi, Grace. You missed the whole making of it, but you can just rewatch the video. It's a bridal bouquet. All right, so I use floral tape. And remember what I said about floral tape. You pull, and then it gets sticky. So, at the skinniest point, and now this is very important to do for this bridal bouquet. The skinniest point, you grab it, pull. Oop, it broke. But I'm gonna make it stick onto itself. So I'm gonna do this, do you know why? Because this kind of gives you a little bit of a give. This has a little bit of a give, this tape, so that if I wanted to like pull it up or down, it's easy for me to do that. So wrap it around and secure it well. Okay. I got the skinniest point. Okay, now. This is poking and I don't want it to poke the bride. All right, there you go. And then I do an extra security, so let's see. It's all right, we forgive you, Miles. all of what, 4 months old. Okay, good, good. Do I need any tweaking? I'll look in a mirror that's closer to me later. And then I use this white floral tape, very strong tape. Cut to about here. This tape is good because it's like fabric, it's like cloth. And then you can just rip it with your fingertips. Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. I'm not gonna cut it just, well, let me just like adjust it a little bit over here. All right. Yes, no, would you get married with this bouquet? Maybe this is the front. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining our bridal bouquet making today. Leave comments if you would like. I will write all of the ingredients of this bouquet into our post. Share it, love it, like it, make comments, and please share if you want me to make something else next time. I'll take suggestions. And we'll take pictures of Cosmo in it. Look at this bounce. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.